Hello everybody and welcome to another third-party toy review. I am back. COVID has officially now left my system. I still have the remains of a chest infection, but COVID has been suited and booted and left my body at least. Unfortunately, some of my family is still suffering and my wife is still bedridden, bless her. But yes, we are back to the reviewing slab. Thanks to the team over at Show Z. This is the MEGATANK from Monocrat. It is their take on the Bumblebee movie Megatron, which I believe we had teased in some like prototype images, or it was like a silhouette or something, and they've basically made it into an actual figure, which is fabulous. Quick look around the box. That's about it. Let's crack him open. Yep. Here he is. Lovely big instruction manual. Pretty straightforward. A few things missing from here that I would like to draw to your attention. It's mainly just where on earth these go. Various different plugs and pegs. They're designed to fit in to the back of Megatron just to cover up some of these screw holes. So I'll try and figure those out. I might not do it in this video, may do a separate video just to show you where they all go. But yeah, we get several different ones. We get this as standard for Megatron. That is his head. It is incredibly cheaply made. Feels very much like an afterthought. I mean, you look at the way these are made in comparison, there's no like ball socket or anything on there. It's just a plastic peg. That's how it's shipped with this head on. I assume to say, no, that's definitely not Megatron. That looks nothing like him. Yes, the heads that we've included look like Megatron, but at no point do we tell you to put those heads on the torso, I guess. Very kind of Cobra Commander-ish, isn't it? Very much like what we got with TFC. And we get Megatron's sword. Really nice blade. Good paint applications on there. A solid peg there. We get the cannon, which attaches to Megatron. And then, of course, we do get these alternative faces as well. That's a gorgeous looking sculpt, isn't it? And here we have him in all of his glory. He looks sensational, doesn't he? What a fantastic take on Megatron. It's very kind of unique. It's drawn kind of inspiration from various different sources. It's a much kind of more G1-esque Megatron than we're used to with the movie bots, and I really like it. I think it's exactly as we would have got him and we have seen him in the film. He looks sensational. Gorgeous sculpt on him. He doesn't come with a sticker. I'm actually not happy with the sticker. I might dirty that up a bit and kind of cut away into it. It looks very pristine and clean compared to him. He's always got this kind of smoked, char-grilled look to him, hasn't he? Some battle damage, some wear on those joints. Really outstanding looking piece. Probably one of the best looking Megatrons that I own. I've got some good Megatrons. I mean, just look at this guy. He is sensational. Got LEDs built inside that head there as well as some on his fusion cannon. Nice little on-off button just here. So just pop that off. He's just so menacing. Love that abdominal crunch as well. Love how much articulation he has, especially for such a big bot. And I mean, he is a big bot. I mean, wow. Just wow. I mean, I thought the Shockwave was a big figure. Yeah, he towers over them. Biggest seller's remorse of all time is getting rid of that 3A prime. Now I need him more than ever in this collection to square off against Megs. We have a couple of my favourite Bumblebees there as well to give you a scale. Megatron. That's sublime, isn't it? You know, I don't necessarily think he even needs the sword. But it's just a nice little addition to make him just that bit more menacing, isn't it? Let's just remove said sword. I'm going to remove the fusion cannon for now as well, just to give you full extent of his articulation. The head, if we just pop this section off here, not going to waste those batteries. Come on, flick across please. There we go. There we go. Right, head can look up, and I mean really up, and you can tilt that down. It's on a rocking hinge, kind of slides it upwards and downwards. Go side to side, we can tilt left to right. I mean, there is a crazy amount of expression that can be had here. We've got wonderful ratchets on those shoulders. Come out to the side, really nice metallic one. Swivel here. Swivel. Lovely bend on that elbow. Fully articulated hands, and when I say fully articulated, I mean we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I think, points of articulation on each finger, as well as 3 on the thumb, and a rotation and a pivot on those hands as well, something which is always incredibly welcome whenever you have a figure that holds a sword. We have waist rotation, we have an abdominal crunch in there as well, all the way up. Legs slide, allowing for full range forwards, full range back. Again, you can slide that back in, come down and up to the side, really tight joint in there, and back down. We have not 1 but 2 bends on those knees, and then the ankles, really nice ankle rocker there, and we've got some up and down, almost like a curve on that toe. Nothing on the heel, but we do have that nice wide stance. And of course, as much as I would love this to be more natural, we have a nice ratchet on those thighs nonetheless. With that nice balance on those feet, you can always pull off that kind of Reservoir Dogs kind of walking pose as well. Something truly sadistic about his look, isn't there? Now, for the purpose of the transformation, you do have to remove the cannon. This section here is going to come down. It's actually going to kind of sweep out and around, just out of the way, so we can have that come out here. And this is going to drop down like so, and that's going to come down. It's on a really kind of loose hinge, but it's designed to be. It's because it drops and slides. It just needs to come down for now. I don't think it really needs to lock in anywhere at this point. It just needs to come down out of the way. We can then unlatch this chest section here. Comes away from either one of those shoulders. Look at the detailing in there though. This is going to open up. This comes all the way up like so, and this piece here, there's another little tabbed section under here. Could probably use a tool at this point to get this out, because I have 0 nails. There we go. Bring that piece out, and in unlocking all of this section here, we're going to use that abdominal crunch to rock that piece down so it's at this angle, and then rotate this top panel piece around so it's now facing the reverse of how it was. The shoulders can then open up. That's then going to rotate around so that the arms are straight like so. Bring this panel down, and again that kind of drops and rotates out of the way, which in turn allows these to come through onto the back. Make sure that this hinge here is facing outwards. So you've got this floppy piece here, and using this hinge here, oh, there we go, that's gonna slide in and down like so, and then this piece here can go like this. So again, on this side, making sure that this is facing outwards, and you've got this, making sure that this piece here is facing outwards. So you've got this floppy hinge here. This is going to work its way in like so, and it's going to come up and over, and these two are going to push and tab themselves in, and that's just going to close off like so. There we go. This bit just tidies up by sliding over like so, and we've got this shield piece here that's just going to come up and just tidy off. And we have this crotch tab here. This is going to come up, and using this rocking hinge, these are actually going to slide through this void here, so this needs to come around just a little bit more to give us that extra room. And that's going to slide into there, and there's another tab just on this piece here. That means that's going to line up, go through there into that void, and that's going to push. Come on, in you go. Secure into there for me. There we go. That's better. That was a very firm connection. Come down to these legs, and there is a retaining tab on the front as well. Just come on, untab that. There we go. Just going to lift up for the moment. That allows these to come all the way down, and you want to do that so they're at a right angle. Do that with both legs. Slide this crotch piece back down between those legs. I believe that just slides in like so. If the knees are like this, we want to straighten them out, so bring that down, slide this joint here, slide this all the way down. There we go. So it needs to be straight down like so. These unlatch, and here's spring loaded. It's going to come up like so, and same on the reverse. I think this one, does this one come down? This one might come up, this one might go down. Like so. It allows us to slide this hinge out at the back of the leg. This bit here comes all the way down, and this is going to rotate around like this, and then bring this panel down like that. We can now bring this down, and this now slides into this void piece here, forming part of the track, and then working this in, it's going to pull that nice and tight into that groove there. You can then untab this section, bring that all the way around like so. That then comes into the back of the leg, again revealing more of this tread, and from there we can then square this off and rotate this lower leg like so, lining up all of the track. Fold the toes up and over, and you want to make sure that these are definitely up and beyond that point. And there's then a latch, come on here, to get this to sit square there. It's that side, and same on this side, like so. This then pushes, come on, down you go. It's going to should all pull everything in, hold everything in nice and tightly. Oh, there we go. That's now locked all of this section in. These flick out on either side, and these are going to rotate around. Make sure this is slid down so that when it comes to lining up, we have space for this section to slide in there as well. That's going to tab in there, and it's going to push that all the way in. And there's a secondary tab just on the underside here, where those also line up. So line all that up and give that a really nice firm push, locking that in. And from this position, I can just move this piece here back. That's just out of the way. What you want to do, you're going to bring in your cannon. This piece here is going to push down. This is going to come up because this rotates around. So this is at the back. This then flicks out and doubles up like so. There's another tab just under here. This here is going to slot into this panel here, so we're going to line that up. He says, I'm trying to do it blind, aren't I? There we go. Come on, in you go. There we go. There. That's slotted in there. And then this piece here is going to come up. And the idea is for this to slide in here. And this bends on this hinge, like that. And here we have him fully transformed up into his tank form. It's not the most horrendous of transformations, you know, it's pretty sleek, pretty straightforward, and doesn't vastly differ from what we got with that Shockwave, really, does it? It does tidy up nicely. And it's kind of what we would expect, more in keeping with Megatron, I think. Again, get these nice colours, very similar to how he was in something like the Revenge of the Fallen, albeit it's more of a kind of a squished, almost Tiger tank-ish. I think that's probably the wrong tank, isn't it? I know what I mean. I like those really kind of compressed ones there, so please correct me if I'm incredibly wrong. But that's a pretty decent alt mode, and the journey from A to B was really nice. Just a matter of flipping a few things around, the legs folding in and out of each other. I haven't quite latched that down. Look, that's shame on me, because it does latch down, so I managed to do it on the other leg. But yeah, definitely my favourite of these bots so far. I initially had Shockwave as my favourite, but now this guy has successfully taken the crown. A fantastic bang for buck bot, without a shadow of a doubt. And I don't have many movie bots left in their vehicle modes, so I've brought in the MP-44. That's kind of a good guide for people, I think, so you get an idea of how big this little buddy of mine is. That's a fairly decent size, isn't it? I mean, you can even gauge. Sticking Megatron's head on there. There you go. That's a good, solid looking tank. Rolls fairly nicely actually, considering what we're on. Holds together fairly well. I definitely need to scuff up this. That definitely needs to be all scuffed up. It's just too pristine considering what else we've got going on with this Megatron. So there we go. I would include a link in the description below where this can be purchased over at Shozy. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, share, and of course subscribe. Fingers crossed I'll hit the 60,000 mark by the end of the year. Obviously I'm not putting in the time that's required to boost those numbers at the moment. Life just gets in the way. Between working, looking after my kids, and doing a full-time film degree, there's really not enough hours in the day, is there? But thank you for everybody who stuck by me and continued to support both my channels. From myself and the rest of the Collectables household, thank you all very much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.